All right, listen up. If you are applying for a US visa, or even just thinking about it, you need to know that the rules of the game have completely changed. Your online life, your digital footprint, is now officially part of your application. And if you don't get this right, your plans could be derailed, not just by months, but potentially by years. So today, we're going to break down exactly what's different, and more importantly, how you can navigate this new reality.
So, let's start with something that's happening to people right now. This isn't some made-up story. This is a real quote from a visa applicant on Reddit, and it is the exact situation that's sending a shockwave of pure anxiety through communities of visa applicants all over the world. Just one word, the word no, was enough to put their entire future on hold.
And the fallout from that one little word? It's huge. This new, super intensive social media check has created a massive bottleneck, and the consular offices are just overwhelmed. We're now seeing hundreds and hundreds of visa appointments being canceled and rescheduled. Some as far out as the middle of 2026. Can you imagine? You've got a job or school starting in a few months, and suddenly you're told your interview won't happen for years? It's chaotic.
So what is actually going on here? Well, it's really important to understand that this is not some temporary glitch in the system. No, this is a permanent and honestly an intensifying new layer of the US visa process. This is the new reality, where answering that one question about your social media incorrectly can derail everything you've planned. The bottom line is this: we are now officially in the era of enhanced screening. This is all being driven by national security protocols, and it means the State Department is now systematically digging into the social media history of pretty much every visa applicant. Consular officers are literally cross-checking your online life to find anything from little inconsistencies in your job history to, much bigger security red flag. But here's the thing. This screening process doesn't just start when you walk into the interview room. Oh no. Before you even get close to that interview, you are actively building what you can think of as a digital dossier for the US government. And it all starts with two very, very important forms.
Okay, first up is the form everybody knows, the DS-160. It's the standard application for non-immigrant visas. But what's new and what is so incredibly critical now is that there is a mandatory section where you have to declare every single social media account you've used in the past 5 years.
And when they say social media, believe me, they mean everything. I mean, look at this list. It's extensive. You've got the obvious ones like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, but also Reddit, TikTok, even messaging apps you might not think about like Telegram and WhatsApp. Forgetting to list some old, unused account is exactly what got that applicant we mentioned into trouble. You have to be completely honest and incredibly thorough here. It's absolutely non-negotiable.
And if you get that social media question wrong, or if anything else just seems a little off to the officer, well, you'll probably be handed this form, the DS-5535. This is for supplemental vetting. Now, it doesn't mean you're denied for good, but it does mean your application is getting yanked out of the regular line and put into a separate, much slower queue for a deeper background check. And that is where the serious delays of weeks or even months begin.
Okay, so you've submitted the forms. Now it's the main event. You're finally face-to-face with a consular officer. But the interview itself has changed. It's no longer just about your travel plans or proving you have enough money. It has become a high-stakes test of your consistency, personally and professionally.
This right here, this is the million-dollar question. It's always been the absolute core of every non-immigrant visa interview. But what's changed is how they verify your answer. It's now being filtered through your entire digital life. So your answer has to line up not just with the documents you brought, but with your LinkedIn profile, your resume, and pretty much everything else they can find about you online.
And wow, you can see the difference right away, can't you? A weak answer, I am a software engineer, is just a fact. But a strong answer, that's a whole narrative. It gives specifics, it shows you have real responsibilities, and it gives a solid, concrete reason why you have to come back. And crucially, that job title, that company, those responsibilities, they better match your LinkedIn profile to the letter. Any little discrepancy is a huge red flag.
You know, a really fantastic way to build these kinds of strong, believable answers is to use the STAR method. It's simple. You describe the situation, the task you had, the action you took, and the result. Using this structure really helps you go from giving these vague, one-sentence answers to telling a clear, compelling story about your professional life. It shows your value and, most importantly, your strong ties back home.
All right, let's talk about that moment that everyone dreads. You walk out of the interview, you rush to check your status online, and you see that one word that makes your stomach drop: refused.
It is a terrifying word, but in this new world of visa processing, it doesn't always mean it's game over.
So, this is so important. You have to understand the difference between these two codes. A 214B refusal, that's a hard no, at least for this application. It means the officer just wasn't convinced you were going to come back home. But a 221G refusal, think of that as a pause button. It's a temporary hold, usually because your case has been sent for that dreaded administrative processing, which, you guessed it, is often triggered by that social media check.
And if you get put into administrative processing, this is what your life looks like. Your status will show refused that entire time, which causes an incredible amount of stress. There are no clear timelines. You're just in this unpredictable waiting game that could last for a few weeks, or it could drag on for many, many months. And this right here is why so many people's plans for work, travel, and school are just collapsing.
Okay, I know that all sounds really intense, but here's the thing. Knowledge is power, and you can turn all this anxiety into confidence if you just prepare the right way. So, let's build your survival toolkit.
Honestly, the single most powerful thing you can do is create what immigration lawyers are calling a consistency packet. It's basically a personal audit. Before you submit a single thing, save a final copy of your DS-160. Create a master timeline of your life, jobs, schools, addresses, and then, line by line, you cross-check it against your resume, your LinkedIn, and every other professional profile you have. Find and fix any little inconsistency now before a consular officer does it for you.
And here are the big red flags to avoid. I mean, these are the unforced errors that are sending perfectly qualified people into this processing limbo. Mismatched job titles, forgetting about your old MySpace account, thinking that a private setting makes you invisible, these are all huge pitfalls. And whatever you do, please do not suddenly delete all your accounts right before the interview. That looks incredibly suspicious to them.
And just remember, even with all this new digital digging, the fundamentals still matter most. That final, permanent no, the 214B denial, it still overwhelmingly happens for the classic reasons. The officer just isn't convinced you have strong enough ties, whether economic, family, or social, that will make you return to your home country.
You know, when you step back, this entire shift leaves all of us with a much bigger question. Our lives are more digital than ever, and our careers are more global than ever. And this intersection, where our online selves smash up against the hard reality of an international border, that's the new, complex world we all have to learn to navigate. Mastering your digital dossier isn't just a good idea anymore, it's an essential skill for anyone who wants to be a global citizen today.